Good morning, boaters. I'm Brian from the Canvas Factory. I got my daughter Brooke Christ outdoors on the other end of the camera making this video for me. I'm doing something a little bit different today. This cover looks like a lot of the other covers that I've done, but it is different, and I'm going to show you what's different about it. I usually do center consoles with these 4-piece covers. This is like a bow rider on steroids. It's a Chaparral 300 OSX, very cool boat. The cover's not going to go on and off quite as fast as a center console because, as you see when I start to uncover it, it's got a windshield and a little bit harder to reach the snaps and some pipes in the way. But there's some cool features about it that I want to share with you. This is the custom bag that I make for all my covers so you can keep it nice and neat. I'm going to do a timed video. Like I said, it's going to take me a little longer, but there's some unique characteristics about this boat. This customer bought a 27-foot center console and I made him the 4-piece cover. He loved it so much, he bought this brand new Chaparral. 6 months later, he realized he wanted a little bit bigger boat, so he went from a 27 to a 30, and he loves this boat, and he called me, I want one of your 4-piece covers. Even though the boat came with the traditional canvas, which is, you know, a normal bow cover and a normal over the windshield back cover that I've been making for 35 years. I always thought that was the best way to cover this boat. And it's still a great way to cover this boat. This way is much more expensive, but there are some pluses to it that I want to share with you. Because this customer already had that canvas and he wanted this style. So, taking tips from my customers, again, I'm going to tell you why. That normal bow cover leaked so much, and they always do. It doesn't matter if I make it or who makes it, they always leak. And when I get inside the boat, I'm going to show you where and why. Now, it's perfect. I finished this cover yesterday, and I asked the customer not to come get it yesterday because I wanted to make a video this morning when it wasn't so hot. It was really good because it rained a lot last night, and I want to go inside the boat for the first time today and see just how well this cover kept the boat dry. There's a couple of things that I did different. You see these flat pieces here? The cover that came from the factory did not cover those swim platforms, and normally I wouldn't make an effort to cover the swim platforms, but it has that nice soft decking that I don't think should be in the sun all of its life. And if we didn't cover it, there'd probably be a tan line there, and that would get old, and the rest of the stuff would look better. So I'm going to start taking it off now. All right, we're gonna start timing this video now. So you got a few snaps here. Here's that padding that I was talking about that I wanted to protect. Okay, let's stop the time right now, Brooke. What do we got?
You're at 55 seconds.
All right, so it took 1 minute to take this piece off. The reason I stopped the video is I want Brooke to come in the boat now, and I want to show you how dry it is. So, like I said, this is a bow rider on steroids. It's kind of a center console. You run the boat from the center, but there's plush upholstery everywhere. Now, the cover that came from the factory, which is, like I said, the type of cover that I've been making for 35 years. To put this on, I'm 6'4". I cannot reach these snaps at the bottom of the windshield. You see that? I can't reach it, all right? These snaps over here, I can't reach it. So he had trouble with that, and I understood that. Now this boat, give a shot down here, Brooke. This boat has air conditioning as well as a little sleeping area. But say you're a family and you have a couple of kids. Look at this area here. If it's, you know, not Florida and 92 degrees out, but if it's a nice time of the year, you could sleep kids in this front area, totally protected. Now this boat is tied up at my dock. So you could do this if you went to Bimini or you went to the Keys or, you know, whatever state you're in, you go to whatever out island. This boat's tied up and the cover's on. So you could actually, even if you were sleeping just in here, you go somewheres for a weekend, you have a lot of stuff to store. You could take it all out of here, put it in this front protected area. If it rained at night, your stuff would stay dry. It would increase your space a lot. So two things. This cover is more waterproof than the one that came from the factory, as well as, you know, maybe not many people would want that, but it's just something to think about. You could buy a boat like this and sleep more than just two people. Now let me show you where the water leaked. And if you come up here, everything is dry. Everything is 100% dry, and it was a thunderstorm last night. It rained all night. But you see how these snaps are? These snaps are straight and there's no lip here. So all the rain that hits on this windshield, you know, on the other cover, would come down and just go under these snaps and come in the boat. Well, this customer, he keeps his boat on a lift and he leaves town. It rained a lot, so the water came in the boat. It rained so much that the bilge pump wore the battery out, and then the boat started to fill up with water. It was on a lift, so it wasn't a problem. But when he got back from his other house, he realized his battery was dead and there was a lot of water in the boat. So that's when he decided, I want a different style cover, more waterproof, easier to put on. Now, I added this zipper here. I normally don't put a zipper here, but you know, because of these windshields, you know, on a center console you wouldn't need it. But because of these windshields, I can reach out here and get those snaps that you couldn't reach over and get from, you know, from the side here. It's just too long of a reach. So I put that little access zipper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the timing and take the rest of the cover off. We were at 55 seconds. So I'm going to start that back up now.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Starting from where you went.
Okay, here we go. So we try, when we design these covers, we try and do everything we can to make things as easy as possible for the customer to take things on and off. That's my whole goal, because boating is difficult enough. I don't want it to be, you know, hard when you come back from boating, you wash your boat. It's nice if the cover is easy to put on. And you see, we put the green labels on the starboard side, the red labels on the port side. Just one more thing to make things easy for you, okay? So there's the front. We took the back off, took a minute. That front probably took about a minute. You lubricate these snaps, look how you snatch them off. It's important to lubricate your snaps. There's the side. Now I'm going to take this one. Watch. Snatch off the snaps, pull it out. What's the time, Brooke?
2 minutes and 12 seconds, basically.
Okay, 2 minutes to take this cover off. That was actually a little better than I thought it was going to be. Because of these little tight areas, I thought, wow, this cover is going to be, you know, a lot harder to put on and off. 2 minutes to take it off. I don't think you could take the factory canvas off in 2 minutes. Now let me show you. When you stand at the helm, Brooke, and show what I've done to the boat. You know I love adding snaps to boats. My favorite thing to do is add snaps to a boat. I didn't add snaps to this boat. All these snaps were in the boat for the factory canvas. Here's what I added. See this track? Most people just use it in white, but this track actually comes white and off-white. And look how nice this off-white track blends in with the gel coat. You can hardly see it there. And besides that, it worked great for my cover. But say this customer, he's not a fair weather boater. He likes to go out, whether it's 3 foot, 4 foot, raining. You could build an enclosure that comes from this track straight down to this windshield. This is a must. You would have to have that there. So this Chaparral, which is a nice boat, by the way. I haven't worked on a Chaparral in a long time. There's these recessed areas. Look, you can hardly see that track up in there, can you, bro? You have to really zoom in on it to see it. It's way up in there. We added one to the back, which is hidden under this shade. It's way up in there. You can't even see that one. We had to unzip this Sure shade to get it up in there. So that's the pluses to covering this boat this style. Is it expensive? Yes, it's an expensive cover. But if it adds being, keeping your boat more waterproof, if it's easier to use, if you so desire to sleep more people in here, I think it's well worth it. Now I'm going to do a timed video putting it on. I hope I can do it in 5 minutes, but like I said, it's a little harder to do. It might take me longer.
Go.
Okay, here we go. We're going to time putting it on, and this is my first time putting this cover on. My son Fisher helped me make it, and he's the one been putting it on and off while we were building it. So I haven't really had any practice putting it on. Now I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to try and reach this far snap here. Now these snaps, they're lubricated, so they're working great. And that's the way you should keep them. If you lubricate them once or twice a year, your snaps will work just like this. Getting a little bit tight on me here. I think I need to lose a little weight. I'm a little too big. I added this zipper, otherwise I wouldn't be able to stand here. See, I can get this snap, and now I can reach out and get this one. Those were the problem snaps. I made this little access hole. I should have made it higher. Okay, what do we got here? Red. So, red means port. I'm gonna try this from the front. That was a little too hard from the back. That cost me some time there. This is much better. Now I'm going to zip this side up. Yep. This is reaching over this tall windshield, which I knew wasn't going to be easy. It's not really difficult It just takes you a little longer. Three and a half minutes. I kind of slowed down there, starting that one on the wrong side. This one, because I can stand here, there's no cushions. It's not a problem sliding this one in from the back. Okay. Come up here. All the green tabs. Match up. Zip it down. Snap. Snap. I'd like to see how long it takes to put the factory canvas on. I'm sure this one's much quicker. But I'm not rushing. Okay? I fear I'm not going to make my 5 minutes. I'm about to hit 5. I'm slowing down.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. So I'm not really racing. Okay. So I'm gonna get this. Zip that all the way down. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and start this zipper before I get too far. Just about that far. Okay? Now, this cover would have been quicker to put on if I wasn't concerned with covering this floor, because it's a little bit awkward. You have to stand on what you're snapping on. So this boat came with these bungees in the back, which are kind of nice. They're easy. So there's that. Snap, 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 snap. Now this boat is going to be on the lift, so he's going to be able to get to this side. So I'm going to come off the boat and finish it from here. Here goes. What do we got, Brooke?
7 minutes and 30 seconds.
All right. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm happy with that. I made a dual purpose cover. I think the factory canvas would take at least that long to put on. I covered the swim platforms. I made it waterproof. As long as you have a hard top, which so many boats today do, it looks like you have the option to do a 4-piece cover so that you could turn your whole boat into a sleeping area, make it waterproof, add shade. You know, if the sun's coming from one side, you could put up just this one side curtain. It's as big as the hardtop. Will add a tremendous amount of shade as well as privacy inside your boat. Thanks for watching. You can go to Canvas Factory. Obviously you're already there. And I have a lot of full boat covers as well as sunshades. Now my sunshades I can ship to you no matter where you are. I can walk you through the process of measuring for the poles. I can walk you through the process of measuring for the sunshade. Every single person who has gotten one is just texting me, "Thank you so much. We love our sunshade. It turned out perfect. I'm driving my boat 35 miles an hour with it." Everybody is loving these sunshades. If you live out of state, I can't build this for you. I showed it to you. You can show this video to your local canvas guy, maybe get him to make this type of custom cover. I can only make this type of canvas on a boat that is brought to me. This is my dock. I do these at my dock. But the sunshades, call me from anywhere, and I can walk you through the process to make you a beautiful custom sunshade. So if you are local and you want to bring me your boat, and you don't have to be that local, this cover is so nice. People actually bring me their boats all the way from Miami, the Keys. They bring it to me. I had a guy bring me his boat from Orlando because he seen the type of work that I made, and he was like, "Man, I don't want to take a chance, you know, that somebody might not do a job as nice as you. I'm bringing you my boat. Then I'm going to boat in your area for the weekend." So if you want to bring me your boat, I'll be glad to make it. My phone number will be in the description down below. I love talking about boats. Give me a call. I don't care who you are, where you are. I love talking about boats.